Hop in everyone and welcome to the Triton Sports Zone, where Triton fans go to find out all the news and information they need to know about Triton athletics and the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. I am your Rozanna Claros, your host for today's show, and I will be the only host today as my partner Kylie could not make it for this episode. But in today's show, we will be going through our usual segment of DM with the AM, where we will be interviewing our athletic manager, Ryan Cousteau. He will be discussing sports with more focus on varsity basketball and volleyball. Then we go into one interview with our Triton's men's basketball players, Rico Taitagui, where he will discuss more on the men's basketball team. We will also then cover upcoming events in the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse and other news as well. So let's just get straight into the news. The UOG Tritons are currently 0-6 in the Triton League after falling to the Northern Construction team. They will move on to face Fairzesh in their last regular season game of the league and most likely face one of the two top teams, Bombers or Guam Nationals, in the playoffs. The Nationals and Bombers are currently leading the league with both 6-0 records, where the top seed will be determined in tonight's game where they face off. The other four teams in the league currently sitting with tied records of 2-4 each. The Lady Triton Volleyball League kicked off last night with exciting games between Almana and Guam Pro, followed with games between Lady Bombers and Rogues to end the night. Team Almana and Lady Bombers took home the wins for a great start to their season.
Bombers did.
Oh. Games will resume next Tuesday on November 11, where our very own Lady Tritons start their season facing Team PBA. And Team Rogues will begin their season as well, facing Team Almana. Some of the events coming up for the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse, we have the Hagen Volleyball Tournament, November 14 to 16. November 14 will be from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And November 15 and 16 will be an all-day event. Microfriends Thanksgiving Tournament is on November 21 to 23, and the times will be announced at a later time. We have UOG Intramural Championships on November 19, and we also have FIBA Guam versus Philippines at the Fieldhouse, which will be closed from November 25th to the 29th, and the game day will be on November 28th. Alrighty, well that just wraps up my portion for today, but I'm going to go ahead and bring it on in with DM with the AM with our athletic manager, Ryan Cousteau. Alrighty, Ryan. So this is the second official show with our segment of DM with the AM. So how are things going so far?
Things are great. I mean, a little kind of shaky in the beginning. I had some misinformation there. Yes, Bombers did not win last night's game. That was a typo error. I think I kind of made a prediction early, and I just didn't correct that part. But excuse me on that. As far as how things are going good. Getting the feel of things, getting more ideas as the show progresses, and having more ideas of what to bring to the show. Excuse me.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and start off with your segment with volleyball. So what are your thoughts on the opening of the Lady Triton Volleyball games?
So it was great. I mean, the opening games were very exciting. I mean, I got to see a few of the games. The first game was really back-to-back game. The younger team, I believe, were Guam Pro. Mm-hmm. They're really, really talented. I was informed that a lot of them have been playing since they were even younger. So to see the talent level they already put on display at that age, it was actually very interesting to see. And then, of course, the Almana, they look like the veteran team, a lot of experience. Mm-hmm. They just look like they were all having fun. So my thoughts on the game, on as far as the openings, is it was really great. I think everybody looked to be having fun, and I think that's what it's all about at the end of the day, right? So competition wise, it was kind of back to back the first game, but for the most part, I think compared to the boys' games where it's a little bit more intense because they're really competitive. But for the girls, they were just smiling, having fun. Everybody just looked like they were having a good time. So the games opening were really good.
Okay, well, I mean, with that being said, our very own Lady Tritons start their season by next week. So do you have any thoughts or predictions on how the season will go?
Well, being able to see a little of what the Tritons are doing as far as practice goes. I'll see Coach Joey on the side where he'll have them be warming up or, preparing them with their practices. And I think they should have a good season. They look really strong as well. And, of course, as I mentioned with Coach Joey, he's been coaching for a couple seasons now, and seeing what he was able to do with the boys volleyball team, I'm pretty sure that'll just be the same thing with the females because, he's a good coach. And I think my predictions is they'll have a good season led by a great coach and Joey himself.
Okay, well, let's go take a pivot back from volleyball and head straight into basketball. I mean, you were there last night with the men's basketball game, so can you tell us what happened between our men's team and Northern Construction?
Yeah, so that was actually last week's game, but against Northern Construction, the UOG actually started really well. I mean, that's to say with all their other games. They start off really strong. Their defense is there. They're full of energy. The communication's there. And then just always something about the last few minutes or last quarter of the game. That's where they sort of tend to fall apart as far as communication. I don't know if it's the fatigue or, just frustrations of the way the rest of the game were going. But that game, I think... Northern was just able to be more physical, so they were able to bring the pressure to the Tritons, and I think that's always been something that the Tritons struggled with, is when the pressure comes late in the game. So I think that's what actually happened. So.
Well, I mean, tonight they also have a game against Verzesh. How do you think they will do tonight, with that game on top of, are there any pointers that you can foresee as to what they can do for a successful game?
Yes, so I mean, like I said, that's one of the things Northern was able to do, is to bring the intensity and be a lot more physical in the end of the game. The thing with Verzesh is they're pretty physical from the start all the way to the end. So I think, this could be a really big challenge for UOG, but I'm sure they've prepared. I mean, all the games they've had till this point will hopefully prepare them for Verzesh. I think little pointers I would give to maybe the person interviewing next and the coach is just to stay composed in the end of the game and try to slow the ball down a bit and try to get everything under control before trying to before everything falls apart. I think that'll be a pointer I could just give for as far as that goes.
Okay, well, now I know this is official for me now, so we are going to be streaming on YouTube back again. Are there any ideas that you would like to share as to what we can expect for our show returning back to that platform?
Yeah, so as many people don't know, we do have some old videos on YouTube. I think Rozanna, she's had some old videos. They had a lot of dancing incorporated. Hopefully we could bring some of that back. I don't know, Rozanna, what do you think?
I'm okay. I'm tired. That part of me gets retired.
So with the YouTube channel, hopefully I'm just looking to just stream these episodes for sure, have our full podcast episodes, and then we'll do the clips on Instagram. And, I just want to put us out there on more platforms for people who might want to see our podcast but aren't able to because either they don't have Facebook. So just giving more platforms options for the viewers. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason for that.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Ryan, and we'll look forward to more episodes with DM with the EM. Speaking of, have you actually gotten any DMs? On Instagram? No, like on Instagram with the Triton Athletics.
It's direct message. So I know DM, that's DM, like Instagram, Facebook DMs. But DM, direct message. So this is a direct message. So it's not literal where we say DMs, but, direct messages. So you can say that. Hey, it's a cool title though, right?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Ryan. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and move it on with Rico with our interview from the Triton Men's Basketball League. Well, Ryan, it's not your first time here, but would you like to reintroduce yourself again?
Hello, my name is Yuko Taidagui. I play basketball for the UG Tritons.
Okay, well, what are your thoughts on the current situation of the men's basketball club and their struggles of closing out games?
Well, I think that it's very solvable. Most of our struggles is, like Ryan said, towards the end of the game, the pressure starts coming in, kind of. But it's all solvable.
Okay. Well, with the preparation of the team going into games, does coach have you guys run anything special to prepare for certain teams, or is it just about preparation? Is it the same preparation for every game?
Every team I've played against is different. Some like to run man, some like to run zone, and it's just about knowing how they play.
Okay. Well, what are your thoughts on the current coaching situation? I know you have two great coaches, which are Jimmy and Manny. So tell us a little bit about the similarities that they share and maybe touch a little bit of the differences as well.
Jimmy is a new coach to me. My first time getting coached by him. And Manny's a new coach in general. So he's also learning. But they both want to win. I know that for sure. But I guess like similarities or differences is that I guess like their demeanor. Like, you know, Jimmy has like, you could tell Jimmy has more experience with coaching. Okay,
well, this is a very general question, but what are your thoughts on our athletic manager, Ryan, and then of course his boss, our athletic director, Mr. Doug Palmer?
Well, I think they're both cool. I always see them around the field house, even whenever it's like not UG events, like say like outside tournaments. I always see like Doug walking around, and yeah.
Well, I mean, to touch base a little bit on the AM with Ryan earlier, do you have any predictions on tonight's game against Verzesh? And also, what do you think you guys can do to be successful against them?
I can't really predict how tonight will go. Basketball can go any way, but some things that we can plan for is their speed. They always like to push the pace a lot, and we just can't follow them. We can't play their game, so we can like try to slow down as much as we can.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Rico, for joining us today. That's basically it. Alrighty, Ryan, you want to close with us?
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining us for today's episode. We will see you next week with more updates and news of the Fieldhouse and, of course, our games. Alrighty, Rico, do you remember how to close out?
No.
Okay.
Do a little dance now. And
no, we do not. Oh my goodness, Ryan, don't do that to him. He's never gonna come back. Okay, so Triton sign just like this, and we'll say Biba Yoji together on 3. Hold the pose with the camera, and that's a wrap. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Biba Yoji.
Go Tritons!